Welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. Now, the long holiday is finally coming to an end. For parents and even the children, the reality of readjusting to accommodate going back to school can be quite stressful. Psychological and emotional things are happening. Oof. Izefua Ehia Williams is a parent. She's a life coach, facilitator, and dean of academy at WakeUpNigeria. She is here to talk about how everyone concerned can adopt the right type of mental and emotional attitude as the kids go back to school. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Honestly, I know this is a particular issue with almost every parent right now.
Yeah, every parent with a child going back to school.
Yes, and it's literally next week. I'm already feeling it. I'm feeling the tension myself.
Yes.
I have 2 girls, and you know, when it's time to go back to school, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, so I have to readjust my schedule. You know, I have to get them prepared.
Yeah.
But for those that don't really understand the emotional and psychological impact of back to school week, what would you advise the average parent to be doing at this point in time?
Slow down.
Slow down.
Yeah. I like to start from slow down. And when I say slow down, I mean take it easy on yourself and take it easy on the children. We're all rushing right now. So a lot of us are in that place where we need to bring bedtime back to normal. It's been a long holiday. Kids sleep whenever they want, probably no routine. We've not had routines. Most families, it's more play and fun. Yeah. And right now we need to get back to the grind. But in doing that, a lot of us are rushing them. So take it easy and slow down.
Okay, so I'm someone that I try my best to not adjust the routine. Bedtime is 8 o'clock.
Even during the holiday?
During the holiday.
Oh, great.
But I try. Oh, goodness me, it's hard. But I'm thinking about the fact that that routine might be necessary to keep it going.
Yes.
Is it really the child's fault if they are not waking up at the right time? Getting them ready to get back to school, you're now trying to adjust their timetable. Is it really considered their fault?
So, in a very practical way, I always like to say when we deal with issues like this, children, parents, no judge.
Okay.
So there is not a blame issue. It's not my fault, neither is it your fault.
Okay.
It's a solution-focused approach.
Okay.
Right now, we should focus on the goal. We need to get back to school on Monday. We need to get our routine on point. Okay. And what do we need to do? So we need to begin. First of all, we should even have conversations with these kids. All right. In setting up a routine, a lot of us set up the routine. Okay. And then we get the children to do the routine. It's totally different. Inviting cooperation, you want the kids to cooperate with you. You don't want to control them. Okay. But we're very controlling and they are not cooperating, so there's a lot of resistance. So it's not a blame game. It's more, how can I invite my child to cooperate or my children to cooperate with me on this? It's a common goal. All right. You really want to be in school early and I want you to get there and I have other things I have to do as well. So how can we do this? That should be the question. All right,
I'm thinking about the pressure now on the parents, financially speaking.
It's real.
Everybody is thinking about that right
real.
Now. They're thinking of how much they can pay, even if they can't pay the whole thing this month.
They can pay part of it.
Maybe part. And then I feel like the emotional battle that's going on between mom and dad, because they're probably already arguing in the bedroom behind closed doors. I feel like they sort of throw that pressure on the kids. Yeah. You know, how can we tackle that issue?
First of all, it starts with know yourself. Let me start that way. So I'm using these keywords for time so that we get it. So there is acknowledging this is where I am right now. We're having issues getting past this challenge. Finance is a real issue for us, so accept that. Okay. Both of you, even as a person. So sometimes you may not be able to get your partner to play that game with you, but if one person changes the emotional energy, the emotional energy in the family is going to change. Okay. So if it's daddy coming to the point where he says, you know what, this is really getting to me right now, and I am feeling stressed out. Yeah. So what happens when you're stressed? A part of your brain is triggered, the emotional center of your brain. And as a result of that, so much emotion comes out and you're totally out of balance. You cannot control yourself when you're totally out of balance, but you can't control yourself before.
And if you're not controlling yourself, so how do you control the kids? Because I'm thinking
it's energy. So you want to control the child, but you're giving off the energy that is also influencing the child's feeling. Let's remember that behavior it's the fruit.
Okay.
Behind every behavior, there is a belief, there are triggers, there are patterns. So you want to check, what am I thinking as a father, as a mother about this situation? You want to check, what am I feeling? And then as a result of my feeling, how am I choosing to respond? So it's okay to feel stressed out.
Okay.
It's okay to probably be angry at your husband right now that he's not pulling his weight. It's okay to be angry at the woman. It's okay to be angry at the child.
Okay.
However, just recognizing that I feel angry right now. So that's know yourself.
All right. But I'm thinking that anger towards the child, because I've heard parents say things like, oh, if you like, come back with bad results next term. You know, after all the money I'm paying, you didn't even do well in your last exam. I feel that pressure hitting the kids the wrong way.
Absolutely.
Making the kids feel, you know what, this school thing's safe.
Absolutely.
I don't want to go back to school before daddy comes and starts shouting. You know, I'm thinking along those lines. So psychologically speaking.
Yeah, what's it doing to the child?
Yes.
A lot.
Okay.
So let's talk about mindset now of the child. If I'm going to, for any human being, whether an adult or a child to learn, their mind needs to be in a certain state. Learning is an emotional activity. Contrary to what we think, learning is so an emotional activity. And you want your child to have what we call a growth mindset.
Okay.
And when that child is stressed, and when the child is feeling the pressure from mommy, so what sort of pressure really? I'm going back to school. As I was thinking about this before I came here, what are we saying to our children? Like you said, you're saying you didn't do well last term. If you like, come back. A belief system is already being created. I am not good enough. I cannot do well. I cannot excel. I cannot thrive. That's on the one hand. But there's a silent thing. I always say, remember that whatever, so to that parent, the parent feels that I am encouraging you and I am pushing you and the intentions are good. But the message, the message, there's a hidden message in everything. So what is the other message?
The other message becomes, oh, you know what? I've already given up before I even resume school. You know what? Daddy's still going to shout on me.
Yes, whether I do anything.
Whether I do anything.
I can't do this. But there are a group of kids I want to talk about today. And those are the smart kids. The kids we call the smart kids. We have children that do very well. They're at the top of the class. They're going back to school. Let's remember that these kids have a lot of pressure. It's not just the child that is struggling in school.
Okay.
So as a parent, be very clear what education means to you. What is the goal for this school year? I asked my daughter that question yesterday, and we've gone back and forth and said, Mommy, my 5 A's now, first, right? So as much as that is good, no, it's not for me. Because I'm raising a lifelong learner. And it's so short-sighted for your goal to be 5 A's and for your goal to be first in class. Okay. What happens to such children or teenagers is when they now have a challenge, because we've said over and over and over to them, you're smart, and because you're naturally intelligent, you must do well. When they now have a challenge, they do not push themselves because they are fighting to prove themselves.
Very true. Very true. I really want us to continue this conversation, but we have to wrap up in a bit. We have to move over to Mike now. So Mike is going to give us some entertainment gist. But before we go, I feel like we should just tackle this particular issue. What our targets are for the year, as you said, or for the new term, as you said. Let's actually do it together. I'm talking about husband and wife now. So as a husband and a wife, what should they be planning together for the new school year?
Together or with the child?
Together. I'm thinking moms and dads are never together in this. I feel like sometimes it's just the mom.
Okay, I get your question
just
now.
The dad.
So I think they should be focusing on supporting the children to cultivate curious attitudes towards learning.
Okay.
To cultivate that mindset that I can learn, I can do well, and to do that not pushing the child. Okay. So I'm not suggesting leave the child to be. However, be present. And in your being present, encourage the child that whatever this is, yes, you're not skilling this particular maths question yet. It's not yet. Okay. So you need to exert effort, and their voice should be together. Their voice should be together. You can do this, we can do this. Where do you need extra supports? And they should not, last I'm going to say, please don't do for your child what your child can. Don't take over the child's homework and do it.
Oh, wow.
Don't do it, please.
That's one that I have a feeling we're going to have to tackle over time, because I've seen so many parents do it for their kids.
You're just saying to the child, you can't. Every time you do that, you're saying you can't, I can't. Don't do it.
I have to thank you so much for coming to the studio.
Thank you.
And we're going to continue this conversation on social media. Really, when it comes to back to school, what are your comments, your contributions on this topic? What is happening in your home emotionally, psychologically? How are your kids faring? Tweet to us at TVC Connect with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria, hashtag back to school. Over to Mike now with some entertainment news.
Thank you very much, TT, and welcome. This is entertainment news. And we will kick off today with a story about Innocent Idibia, a.k.a. Tubaba. Now, the Nigerian singer Tubaba is organizing a concert for the Benue State flood victims. And the concert is to be organized by his foundation. The event will hold in December in the Benue State capital, Makurdi. Now, you know, celebrities have been doing quite a lot, of course, in the wake of Harvey in the United States and, of course, the Makurdi flood in Benue State. They've come together to bring out their voices to support those who are homeless, and those maybe who passed on, those who have lost their relatives and all of that. And Baba is the one leading the push here in Nigeria. He's doing quite a lot, and I must say, good one, great one, sir. And I think it's quite very cool when celebrities come out together to join hands and help people who are needy at this point in time. Now, some make noise about it, some don't. But whichever way, whether you make noise about it or whether you don't, I don't think it's a problem. It's a problem. People go after some others and say, hey, when you do stuff, you don't need to tell people about it. Look, the point is you're doing something good. Whether you tell people or not, or you don't tell, kudos. Great one too, Baba. I wish you other celebrities and other people would follow that particular trend and get to do something for those in need. Okay, and then moving on from Tubaba, this is quite interesting. Gifty, you remember her, of course, Gifty of BBN fame, pardon me. And she was in a recent interview where she stated that she doesn't know 2K. All right, really? And then it's been on and off, yeah? We've seen pictures of them together. But then 2K comes out to say, look, Gifty, I was behind her rise to fame. You understand? She left my house to BBN, and from BBN, she came back to my house. And then she goes up while we're responding to a fan on Instagram who asked her about her relationship with 2K. And then she goes on to say, I'm still thinking where I heard the name from. The name sounds funny. Now, of course, we know about Gifty's issue with forgetting people. You remember when she said something about Banky, not knowing Banky and all of that while she was in the house? Well, this is Gifty, and anything is possible, but then we know that she and 2K were an item, and if she decides to deny now, that's her cup of tea. All right, and then P-Square, Paul Okoye, one of the P-Square twins, is in the news, and this time he is lamenting about gambling. Now, he reportedly spent $300 in a Las Vegas casino, and he just made about 50 cents. Wow, now that rhymes, right? But then he came up to Instagram and stated that, you know, he misses, or he didn't like gambling and all of that. And hey, come on, he would not do that again. Well, you know, he put out the voucher there like you just saw now. He put out the voucher and says he regrets his gambling. But celebrities, this is not the first time stuff like this comes out. Apart from spending in clubs and all of that, they come out to show how much they have got. And I think really, if you regret gambling, do you have to let us know you spent this much or you gambled this much? What's the point? Anyway, you're Paul. Yeah, P-Square, come on, man. $300 is not really any big issue, right? This was about the same thing. Remember when Young Six, recently we took the story about Young Six, who spent like 3.6 million in a night just to go flex. We know all you guys do these things. Well, anyways, good luck to him. And then moving on from that, of course, Power. Now, for a number of fans in Nigeria, this is one of the most followed series around the world, and 50 Cent is in the news this time. right? And then much like Game of Thrones, 50 Cent has come out to state that he is the one who drives power and is urging fans to, cancel their Stars channel subscriptions following the final. Now, he stated this on his Instagram page, saying that the network treated him badly and that they have forgotten most of the fans watch the show because of him. Now, 50 Cent has been in a battle with other networks and the other shows, especially Gabriel Union. Remember that one? He came up and he said that, look, man, hey, you guys, I'm the one that makes this happen. Oh, by the way, season 4 ended on a wonderful note. If you have not yet seen it, this is a spoiler alert. Season 4 ended on a wonderful note. Tariq grew up into himself, of course. And from what I see for season 5, Tariq is going to actually make, he's big now. Of course, after Reina, after he killed Reina's murderer. Now, that was quite a very big one. We're expecting, what would Tariq do? But then he did something quite very well, okay? But then, let's just check out a teaser for season 5, which is expected in 2018.
Never turn your back on your friends. We know the rules to the streets since we was kids. You said we was brothers for life.
There's advantages to being underestimated. Let's go get him.
Right, that was my scene. That was my scene. Kenan, Tommy, of course, and Ghost. That was it. These 3 guys coming together up against Dre. By the way, you know Dre is Nigerian. Rotimi, that's his name. Eh? Okay, anyways, let's just move to our final story. And this is quite interesting. All right? Love does always find a way. That is the underlying theme of our final story. A Japanese princess, Mako, has given up her titles to marry 25-year-old law firm employee Kei Komuro, and they have started making plans for a 2018 wedding. Now, this is quite interesting because under Japanese law, female royals lose their titles when they marry out. Males don't. Now, Princess Mako was more or less left without a choice as there are no eligible male royals in the Japanese dynasty left for her to marry. Now, this is quite interesting, you know. We've seen stories like this come up at different times, you know, where rich guy goes for a poor girl, or, rich girl goes for a poor guy. I know that love story, and this is one that really, I hope it ends very well, because this is quite cool, where tradition and royalty does not come in the way of love. I like that. I love love, all right? All right, so that's it on entertainment news. That's how much you can take today. Let's go to Yomi and Titi, and of course, they've got a very special person in the house. Yomi and Titi, take it away.
Nice one, Mike. Nice one.
Nice one. Thanks so much.
Melvin Odua is a Nigerian model, actor, and he came into the spotlight following his participation in the 2013 edition of Big Brother Africa reality show. His journey started years back, like years back, when he participated in the Ultimate Search competition and came first runner-up. He proceeded to enter the Mr. Nigeria pageant and was also a runner-up.
And of course, Melvin has come a long way from featuring in reality shows to now starring in movies like Nostalgia, Just a Night, and many more. So joining us this morning is the one and only Melvin Odua.
Hey, Melvin.
This guy has you've been courting fame and fortune for many years. It's good to have you join us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Looking nice and cool.
I can remember Melvin from modeling days.
Yes.
Like, I feel like my modeling days were like so long ago.
Yeah.
Titi Fanta.
Yeah, like seriously.
that was what everybody knew her as Titi Fanta.
No, this is not fair now. Why did you have to say
I'm
that?
sorry.
Okay. But really, Melvin was one of those guys that will always show up for casting. But he would always show
Looking
up.
cool and
He would
calm.
always show up late.
Hustle now. It's all about the hustle.
You know? But you're still looking amazing. You still look great.
Thank you. We have to keep up.
Yeah.
So one thing about reality shows is that, you know, there are auditions and there's like all these masses of people coming through. And for some reason, you always got into the final, you know,
Final top 3.
top set
So
and
there
all
must be
that.
something about him.
Yeah.
Grace.
Great.
Okay, Grace, yeah, of course. Then I think it's a determination actually, because everyone I go for, I know what to expect. I know there'll be crowd, I know there'll be people, everybody wants this so bad. But I'm always just determined. That does not pull me away and everything. I'm determined. I said, I can do this. I'm going to go all the way, no matter what. After all, if they kick me out, they kick me out now.
Okay.
But I'll do this. I'll go all the way. And yeah, I thank God I'm always getting to the finales.
Finales.
But there's something about personality also that has to do with getting to the top when you're talking about such shows. Because a lot of these shows are also driven by the general public. And, you know, what most people see about you is that, you know, you're calm, easygoing, and so they like and they're drawn to your personality. Do you think that also adds to,
of course,
eventually?
Yeah, of course, definitely. If I didn't believe that I had a personality that could do these things, then I'll probably not be there. The same thing for Big Brother as well, you know. Where they kept asking me, why do you think we should take you? I kept saying my personality. I believe my personality is good enough to go all the way. And yeah, that's it. So yes, it does play a very vital role, personality.
But it must have pinched you quite a few times when you're like so close. Of course it
almost,
does. Almost.
Of course it does, you know.
So they say, and the winner is.
Exactly. And the fact that
else.
I'm always there, you know, good ultimate search, I was just the first runner up to Nigeria, I was always there. So that psychological effect is there actually. But you know, you don't allow it to weigh you down, you know. You just tell yourself, man, let's keep on doing this, let's keep on doing this. Yeah.
And you've kept on doing it.
Yeah.
So tell us about your foray into movies. When you decided that, okay, you know what, I think I have the talent, you already say you have the personality to go into this and to excel in it, because that's what you're doing now. Yeah,
I've always had the zeal to go into movies. I've always had that thing in me that I wanted to act. Even as a child in school, I was acting, you know, and everything. I just needed that platform to put me out there, you know. And these reality TV shows actually do that for you, you know. They make you popular, famous, you know, and people want to, okay, let's try him out, you know, this guy, we saw this and that, let's try him out. And yeah, so it worked for me perfectly. That the platform put me there, and I started getting calls, close auditions and all that, and yeah.
Excellent.
All right. So now movies versus reality show drama. Which one do you actually prefer being part of? Because you know Big Brother is a long journey. You're there for a long time, and then same thing on set for a movie. You're there for a long time. So which would you know, rather be doing?
Oh well, I think they have their own different areas. You know, they work hand in hand. It's entertainment. You know, okay. And like I said, Big Brother was there to put me out there so people can see. You know, yeah. So I accept Big Brother. I accept movies. It's the same thing, but. Like Big Brother was the phase. I'm done with that phase now. Now I'm using the platform now to do what I want to do, which is act movies. Yeah. Right. So Big Brother was just there to put me out there.
Okay. All right then. So let's go on to the question that we said we were going to see whether we were going to ask you.
These questions.
But
before
that question though, I wanted to ask about some of the films that you've been involved in, specifically Nostalgia, and a lot of these films seem like they have. You know, they try to capture you as this emotional, romantic guy.
Very emotional, romantic guy.
So is that something that you do on purpose? Do you specifically go for such roles, or do they just feel that this guy will fit into this?
Yeah, no, you can't cast yourself for those roles. They cast you for those roles. Yeah. So yeah, it's most likely because, I mean, they look at you and they say, this person, this kind of role, that fits him, or he fits into this character, and they use me. So I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
So what's the one that Titi wanted to ask you?
Wait, I don't know. Let's see a clip. Let's see a clip
first, from one of the films.
Then we'll come back.
So, Lydia is the chick in your office that you like?
Like it.
You don't like her anymore?
Do I like you? No.
How come?
Because I don't want what I cannot have.
And if you can have what you want?
Then that will depend on if I still need it.
So what are you saying exactly? Because I don't understand. This means a lot to me.
Anita, what I'm saying is this. What I have with you now is all I ever wanted. Just that I was not expecting to have it with you because I never knew there was a you existing anywhere anyways. You know, there was a time I was crazy about Lydia and I really wanted her. That was because I wanted to enjoy what I enjoy with you right now. So tell me, do you think I'll let that go for anything?
Lines. The guy has lines.
Yeah, and that was Munachi there in the shot.
Yeah,
Munachi.
that's Munachi, yeah, the ex-beauty queen. Yeah.
Honestly, everybody's doing great things now.
Yeah.
Honestly, you and Debbie Rise, I have to ask this question.
You had to ask.
Yes, I had
Spotted
to.
in different locations.
Yes, now, spotted, hashtag spotted. So what's up with that now?
We're just cool. The rest and I are cool. Nothing.
You're cool.
More. Yeah, we're cool.
Yeah.
We're cool.
What does that even mean?
What does that even mean? You're cool.
You're cool.
Yeah, we're cool. Yeah, she's my person. We're friends. We're friends.
Okay.
Yeah,
Friends.
Yeah,
Okay,
friends.
so you're both in the
Friend zone.
Yeah, we're friends.
So who pushed who to the friend zone now?
We have always been like that. The friend zone has always been like that. There was no high. There was nothing more than friends. It was always been friends. Yeah.
All right, then we need to go to the kitchen.
So we believe you. I mean, we're going to take your word for it.
Yeah, let's
Yes.
go eat something while you think about that answer again. Maybe we'll get
yes.
something else from here while we get there.
All right, so join us,
Breakfast
Melvin.
is
Let's
served.
see what's happening.
Please, take.
All right. Hello, Melvin.
How
You're
are you?
welcome.
Ooh, something is looking nice.
Yes, it is. Okay, so Tolu,
Breakfast.
quickly. Tolu, quickly, let's go through the process for benefit of those just joining us.
Okay, so we made the this is a chicken pie. We did one pot and we did the traditional one.
Okay.
Yeah, so
All right, so
in
You
the
can actually make
pastry,
chicken pie like that.
That's chicken pot pie.
it doesn't. There's really no
This is
point
the chicken
to
pie
put the
we're
pork.
used to.
Yeah, it's still a pie.
Yeah.
So and that's
then-
the chicken. That's the way the serving we are
Yes,
used to
we're
here.
used to.
But you can have it everything in one bowl done before. So basically, the pastry is flour, sugar, butter, which is the main ingredient. You can't have a pastry dough without butter.
Yeah.
So we have butter, salt, eggs, baking powder, and a bit of sugar. We mix it up together. Then the chicken filling is chicken, onions, pepper, just like how you make your sauce, basically.
All right.
So that's what we have it here.
So,
So,
and the flour to thicken it, right?
so yes, we had to put flour in and water to thicken the sauce
Yeah.
in it. So that's what.
What is
poured.
it you're doing with that knife there?
I'm just trying to,
Okay,
remove
bring
this so you can have
Nice.
a
It's
look
like
of.
a cake. You could actually serve this as like
Yeah,
a cake.
so I'm gonna try my luck and try and see if I can
Ooh,
serve this.
It looks yummy. Exciting right now.
Oh my God, I have
at
hungry
my
people
face.
here.
That's your own. This is mine.
Oh my goodness.
That's what you guys are taking there.
Oh goodness me.
this looks really nice.
So I'm just gonna.
Did
Wait,
Melvin
we
answer
need
anything
another
about
plate. I
Debbie
think we need.
Rice?
We need another plate.
Seriously, did you guys ask Melvin about Debbie Rice?
Yes, we did.
We did now. They're friends.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's not confirmed.
It's like coming.
On Wake Up, it's confirmed on Wake Up
All right,
Nigeria
Melvin,
that
let
they're
us know
both
what
in
you
it.
think about the meat
Yes,
pie.
please taste
Yeah.
it. Please go ahead.
Okay.
And while he's having a taste,
Can we
We've
just-
got to run off. Want to say a big thank you to all our guests for joining us on the show this morning, of course, including
Melvin.
Amazing.
Melvin.
Amazing.
No one actually uses fuck.
Come on now.
It's so hot now.
We're changing the standard. This is like.
Why are you doing this to me?
Big thank you to Payport Food Stores for the groceries, Homely NG for the kitchen accessories, and of course for Last Place for styling my hair, Louisa for this amazing dress.
All right, bye for now, but we'll be back tomorrow for another feel-good show,
Yes,
the
sir.
Wake Up Nigeria at 7 a.m.
Yes,
on
sir.
Friday.
Once again, my name is Titi Lao.